It's Saturday, April 23rd, another beautiful day for some baseball. In this video, we're going to be breaking down 11 of the best player props on the entire slate. We have 3 different parlays ready and cooked up for you guys. On top of that, we'll be talking about my favorite player to hit a home run on Saturday. Then we're going to get on over to the sports books where I'm going to tell you exactly who's going to win, who's going to lose, the unders, the overs, all of that right here in this video. So if that sounds good to you, let's go.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me, we just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
Now, before we get rocking and rolling and breaking down all these player props and all these plays I have in store for you for Saturday, go on ahead and smash that like button. We're on a 4-1 run. We missed on Thursday, did not like Thursday's slate, admittedly, but we're back on track, cashing yesterday's sportsbook play of the day on Friday. We're going to do so again on Saturday. We've been incrementally growing over on Kalshi as well. We'll get to that in just a minute. But 150 likes on this video, and one of you, just for liking and commenting below, will get $100 if and when that sportsbook play of the day cashes. So make sure you're liking this video and get it up to 150. We haven't hit the mark in quite some time, and I don't get why, because we keep on cashing. And I do this every single day, giving you the best player props on the market, the best plays in the MLB. So make sure you're subscribing so you don't miss a free play drop. We'll be here all season, all MLB season and beyond. So make sure you're subscribing to the channel so you're here to cash with us. But the most important thing that you can do, go down below, visit my buddy Stan. He's in the description. He'll send you on over so you can build your bankroll, lock these in for free, and get more free plays every single day. It's the Stan.store. He'll send you on over here where you can get more free plays every single day by going to that big, beautiful golden W. It's winnable. I drop all my plays there, cheat sheets every single day in the MLB, home run cheat sheets. I think we missed 2 games on the entire slate yesterday in that cheat sheet. We're going to try to sweep the board on Saturday, but those are there for you to pick and choose and lock in those plays so you can cash out every single day. There's also premium options as well, and I'm running a special because on Saturday I'll be at the Yankee game. I need everybody to go on ahead and light a candle so that we can just push the rain away, because right now it's supposed to rain and I really, really hope not. Spend a lot of money on these tickets. Me and the family are going to sit nice and close and root on my team, and hopefully it does not get rained out. But to celebrate either way, 75% off the weekend pass with code YANKS, YANKS. But if you want a free 45 days, and if you want to grow your bankroll incrementally, the way you should do it, if you want to actually be successful at this thing called sports betting, download Kalshi. Use code FFAPE. Get a free 45 days. We've been doing this for 2 weeks now. We have doubled our money. We are upping our unit size. And once we get there, once we get going, once we get rolling even more, it's going to start really building. You will not want to miss it. We've turned $500 into $1,000 already in just 2 weeks. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is not a magic pill that I'm trying to get you to swallow. And it's absolutely free. You download Kalshi, legal in all 50 states. Use code FFAPE, deposit $10, you get a free $10. I highly recommend depositing more so you can build your bankroll with us. You lock in the plays for the exact dollar amount. I'm locking them in, and you will grow with us every single day. Code FFAPE on Kalshi. Send the proof of deposit and using my code to that phone number at the bottom of your screen, and I'll get you that 45 days of free premium. Now, if you want to lock in player props, they have them on Kalshi, but if you want to really take advantage, I highly, highly, highly recommend Sleeper. You get a free $20 when you sign up with code FFAPE without depositing. When you do deposit, you get a $100 deposit match, and they're higher payouts. You get a free square. Everything that you need, Sleeper has. Use code FFAPE. If you have Sleeper, can't get Sleeper, I highly recommend any single one of these apps. You'll get 30 days of premium for absolutely free with any sign up at all, like Prizepicks where you bet 5, get 50. All of that over at the Stan.store. So it's really important that you diversify, take advantage of all of that is in there that it has to offer so you can build your bankroll without barely coming out of pocket. Get those deposit matches, and every single app also runs different promos. Everybody knows about Prizepicks, Taco Tuesday, but Sleeper, Chalkboard, Better, they all have their own little special things that they do. So you're going to want to take advantage of those every single day. Now, I say it every single video, And I'm sure all the guys that have been here every single day are sick of hearing it. But I am the most strike channel on YouTube. We lost the channel for about a month during football season, during our peak. You might be wondering, how the hell does this guy not have more subscribers? Well, it's because we lost the channel. We got limited for a while. Things have been rocky. We had a rocky road there in the beginning, but now we read this and everything seems to be going just as good as it can go. So, gambling involves significant risks. There's no guarantees of profit, and you could lose some or all of your money. The content in this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or legal age under jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below, to include 1-800-GAMBLER in the United States. This video does contain affiliate links. We do receive a commission made through those signups through those links. Take advantage. It supports the channel. You build your bankroll. You get free premium. It's a win-win-win all around. Now, like I said before, on Kalshi, we started with 500. We're up to 999, doubling our money in just 2 weeks, and that's with $25 bets. We're going to start upping it to this week. We threw 150 actually on the Braves, and they got it done in the 11th inning. Super sweaty, but cashed us out. Great night over there for the premium members. We also had this play in college baseball. So really, we've been making more money because sometimes Kalshi, if it doesn't have it, it doesn't offer it. We do use other books. It's just the nature of the beast. And you cannot parlay college baseball teams together over on Kalshi. But we took the three major favorites, UCLA almost giving it up, but ended up winning in the ninth, 1,500 to 2,500 there on that play. We had Arkansas in college baseball beating like the #1 team in the entire college sports of baseball there. Texas taking them down today. Easy bucket winner, 35 to win 68. Remember, all you got to do is follow along with these plays, exactly how I lock them in, so you can build your bankroll over on Kalshi with code FFAPE. This was the free play in yesterday's video, turning $50 into $82. We had the Orioles-Tigers game over 7.5. I think the Orioles did that just about all by themselves. Then Atlanta, we had 150 to win 218. This was our hammer play for the day. Love the Braves. They made it way sweatier than it needed to be. The Nationals looked great. CJ Abrams looked fantastic, but the Braves in the end were victorious and cashed us out on that one. It was a real nail biter though. And then I went against the grain. I went against my own team, which I rarely do, but I couldn't have called that game any better than I did. I knew Garrett Cole was going to come in. I knew he was going to mow them down, but it was his first game back. Aaron Boone wasn't going to send the boy out in the 6th inning. We knew that. Everybody knew that. At least I hope that everybody knew it. Anybody that knows anything knows. So, I mean, I was completely right. Called this game to a T, exactly what was going to happen. I saw it in the ether that once Garrett Cole came out, the bullpen was going to give up runs. Tampa Bay stays hot and beats my New York Yankees in a rather easy fashion. We put up some runs there at the end, but the Rays got it done. But we still took advantage. I only did $25 because I didn't want to fully root against the Yankees, but I was kind of hoping they lost in an also because I'll be there on Saturday, and I think they have a better chance of winning on Saturday by losing on Friday. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. So we took Tampa Bay here for a half unit play because now we have bumped up our unit size to $50. And then we had Toronto for $45. Don't ask me why. I should have just won 50. I don't know why I went 45 on that one. Love them here in this spot against the Pirates. They came out victorious as well, turning 45 into 72. We went 7-2 on the books, losing 2 parlays. One of them was kind of just for fun. I believe I even might have given it out for free. We had the Spurs and the Avalanche, both of which lost. I liked Spurs in game 3 to get back in the lead of this series, but Thunder, man, I tell you what, those boys can play. I thought Wemby was going to be more of a problem for them like he was in game 1, but they have figured it out and they are looking phenomenal. I do think the Spurs probably win game 4 if I had to lean a certain different way, but I think that this is going to be a phenomenal series. And the Avalanche dropping, I think they are 2-0 or 3-0 now in the series, which is crazy. I thought they were going to make it to the Stanley Cup. Just going to go on ahead and stay away from them altogether in the NHL. And then in baseball, our other parlay was a 3-team parlay. We had every single one right, but the Boston Red Sox lost. They were up just about all game, but the Minnesota Twins ended up coming back at the end and winning, I believe it was 8-6 on Friday. So only 2 losses there on Friday. Phenomenal day in premium. We're going to go for the sweep on Saturday. We have a lot in store for you guys in this video. Let's get into it. Let's break it down. Let's talk about it. And before we start talking about Bobby Witt Jr. in this one against the Mariners, I do have to say we did cash some player prop plays in VIP as well. A lot of the plays, though, are where we took big swings. I'm talking 4-mans and 6-mans that we've been cashing all season long, 32x plays. They had a lot of voids on Friday, which I didn't see coming. We're going to start, again, waiting until the lineups drop because these plays are mathematically built. They're built a certain way for a specific reason. So if one guy goes down, it screws it all up. I'd rather them just refund me the money for the entire play, even if it cashed. At that point, it's not worth it because, like I said, it's all mathematically derived. And once they take one out, it just doesn't make sense to lock them in anymore. So we had a lot of plays that had voided lines on them. And then we relocked in some other plays, and we just did not pair up the big ones correctly there on Friday. We went 2-0 on one, or 2 guys hit, 2 didn't, stuff like that all day long on Friday. But we hit a couple 2-mans in the player prop department, and we're going to try to cook up some better ones. Like I said, we're going to wait until the lineups fully drop here on Saturday because we were doing that before and we were extremely successful. I try to get these out to the premium members as early as possible. So we've been just foregoing waiting for the lineups, but you guys are just going to have your text alerts ready because once those lineups drop, you're going to get the plays and we're going to start cashing again. Now, what did we have? We had Bobby Witt Jr. here on Saturday, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, going up against Seattle. They played horribly against Seattle here on Friday. Now they get Kirby on the mound, who's 5-3 with a 3.45 ERA. And when I say horribly, they did not score a run. Bobby Witt didn't do anything at all. They lost 2-0 to the Mariners in the game opener. I like the Royals to get right here in this spot on Saturday. Bobby Witt Jr., Bobby baseball is not playing well. He hasn't done this much at all. He's only done it in 4 of his last 10. He's only averaging 1.8 in that 10-game span. But against Kirby, he's got some great statistical data. He's got 12 plate appearances, 5 hits, 1 RBI, and a 4.17 batting average. Kirby struggles to the righties, 4.35 ERA, 281 batting average allowed, 0.9 home runs per 9. I think the Royals might sneak away with the W here. Like them to definitely put some runs on the board. And we like Bobby Witt to be a part of that party. So we're taking it for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Next, we got Miguel Garcia, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's done this in 5 of his last 10. He did get 2 hits against the Mariners here on Friday, clearing this line without putting any runs on the scoreboard at all. Now, we know he's already going up against Kirby, and what I really love here is that he's 0-12, which is crazy. Miguel Garcia is way too good to be doing that bad against any single pitcher in the MLB that isn't named Skeens or Cole or Screwball. And Kirby's not good enough to make him go 0-for-15 here on a Saturday. Now, against those righties, he is batting a .230 against them this season. And we know that the righties, they be eaten against Kirby. 4.35 ERA, 281 batting average allowed, 0.9 home runs per 9. We're going with Garcia in this one to get some revenge against Kirby in this one. And I think, like I said, the Royals put some runs up on the scoreboard. We like Miguel Garcia, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Next, a game that we did call on the cheat sheet. We had the Brewers plus 1.5 against the Dodgers, and they ended up smoking their boots. And I do think that they are going to play a very good game once again on Saturday. Do they win? I do not know. But what I do know is that Sasaki, who's on the mound for the Dodgers, is probably their worst pitcher in that entire rotation. He's 2-3 on the year with a 5.09 ERA. Don't be surprised if the Brewers sneak out another W against the Dodgers here. They won 5-1 on Friday. Jack Bauer has been hot as of late as well. Had a little bit of an off one here. Even when they scored those 5 runs, he did not clear this line, but he is averaging that 3.2 over his last 10, and he's done it in 8 of his last 10 as well. Now, no statistical data against Sasaki himself, but against those righties, 294 batting average. And the lefties, they feast against Sasaki, which pretty much everybody does. 6.35 ERA, a 293 batting average. His only wins of the year have come with massive run support, and I don't think that the Dodgers are swinging the bat too nicely as of late. Now, Gazer could give up the runs that they need for Sasaki to get the W, but I definitely think the Brewers are going to put some runs up on that board. So we're taking Jake Bauers, and if you can lock this one in straight, highly recommend doing so at that plus 120. That's great odds in this one. We're taking him for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And we're following that up with Bryce Terang, just about the same kind of thing. I mean, Sasaki is not a good pitcher, so we like Bryce in this one over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He's done it in 6 of his last 10. 2.5 is what he's averaging over that 10-game span as well. Got 2 there against the Dodgers in that 5-1 victory. Like him to repeat that on Saturday, maybe even get a little bit more, if I'm going to be honest with you. Against those righties, he does absolutely phenomenal. 330 batting average, and we already know Sasaki struggles against those lefties with that 6.35 ERA, which we love. I think the Brewers are going to put up probably about 4 runs before Sasaki gets out of there, if I had to guess. And I like Bryce Terang probably to clear this before they even get to the bullpen. So we're taking him for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Next, we're going with Shea Langoliers here. Now, his line isn't dropped yet for the hits, runs, and RBIs, but we're taking him for over 1.5 against the San Diego Padres and against Galati, who's on the mound here. He's 1-0, but he's got that 5.0 ERA. He's only pitched 5 innings this year, so could have just been a bad outing, but the Athletics are playing rather hot. I do kind of like them to win this game. Either way, I think both teams score a good amount of runs. So we do like Shea Langoliers here over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. He does have some decent data against Galati as well. He's 2-5 with a 667 batting average. Now, Galati, he's only faced 7 right-handers this year. Evidently, he's not allowed them to get a hit at all. Don't know who those 7 are. Haven't looked it up. Don't really care. Those right-handed pitchers, though, Langoliers has been doing phenomenal. He's had a couple bad games in a row, as you can see from the numbers here. He's gotten some hits, but he hasn't really mustered too much of a spree. I do like him to get it going. He did end the series against the Angels rather well there on Thursday. I'll have to check and see what he did on Friday, but Saturday, I like him to play very well in this matchup. I like the Athletics to do very well as well. So we're taking Shea Langoliers over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And next we have Nick Kurtz, who has been absolutely scorching hot, and we like him to continue to be that way. We're taking it for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Quick update on what I said with Shea. I didn't know what he was doing, didn't know how they fared on Friday. The game is still currently going on. It is the 9th inning. They're losing 7-3, which I love because I do like them to have a bounce back on Saturday. And Shea Langoliers is 0 for 4 and not playing well at all. And that is not with walks. He is not doing good at all, which I like because I think he's going to get right on Saturday. So we love Shea, and we love Nick Kurtz, who's having a phenomenal game. He's 1-2 with 2 walks, RBI, and a run here on Friday. We like him to continue to stay hot. He has really just been scorching hot. Well, this is probably one of my favorite player props on the day for Saturday. We're taking him over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You can see here that he's 1 for 3 with batting a 333 against Galati. Galati does have a high strikeout rate against Kurtz, but I think Kurtz is just a little too hot to ignore right now. We're going to take him for over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Next, we have Paul Skeens over 5.5 strikeouts. As you can see, he's done this in 7 of his last 10, 5 games in a row, getting 7 or more in those last 5. Now, these numbers down here can be a little bit deceiving. As you can see here, Toronto, number 1 in the MLB at not striking out. But what did they do on Friday? They had 11 strikeouts against Chandler, who was on the mound for the Pirates. Bubba Chandler pitched and got 11 strikeouts against Toronto. I think that they're just a little bit of fraudulent this year. We do take them in spots. Obviously, we took them to win the game yesterday on Friday, and they did just that. But now they're going up against Paul Skeens, a legit strikeout artist, and I think he's going to have an absolute day. I would not be mad at you if you laddered this one up to maybe 9 or 10. Think he could definitely top 10 strikeouts in this matchup. We love him at this 5.5 here. It feels almost free, which is a little bit scary, but after them getting 11 strikeouts on Friday, I don't care if they're the number 1 team in the MLB at not getting struck out. I think Paul Skeens is going to have that in his favor here. So we're taking it for over 5.5 strikeouts. And this one is legitimately my favorite prop on the entire day. Zach Wheeler over 5.5 strikeouts going up against the Cleveland Guardians, who are in fact very good at not striking out, but they did also strike out about 7 times in yesterday's game. I think Wheeler's going to go pretty long in this one as well, which bodes very well because he's going to face more batters, getting more strikeout opportunities. As you can see here, he's done it in 8 of his last 10 games, and I think that he's probably going to top the 8 number, if I'm being honest with you. I think 5.5 is just simply way too low. If he gets just 6, we still green out, but I think he could very well get up to 8 in this matchup. Now, as you can see here, they rank 4th in the MLB, first in their last 30 in the MLB and not getting struck out, but I don't think that's going to matter. Zach Wheeler has some great stuff on the mound. We're taking him for over 5.5 strikeouts. And now I said I was going to the game on Saturday. I have to roll out some Yankee lines. If you don't want to take them, don't. I know Aaron Judge has been spotty as of late. He's gone 11 games now without hitting a home run. But that, to me, just means he's due. I think he's going to turn around. I watched the entirety of the game on Friday, and he was swinging the bat very, very well. So I do hope that he hits a home run here for me while I'm at the game. I love him over this 0.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I think he can get that done. He hasn't gotten anything done in 3 straight games. He's just too good of a hitter. He will figure it out. Very, very level-headed. Does not let the slump control his attitude, which is huge in the MLB. He's the best hitter in the MLB for a reason, and that is why, because he's mentally above and beyond his peers. Now, I love him in this matchup. Like I said, you can skip the next couple because they are Yankee players, but I do think the Yankees have a tremendous game. They have great knowledge of Drew Rasmussen. And another thing that I love is the last time that they played the Yankees with Rasmussen on the mound, they won, and he didn't let up any runs at all. Another thing that I love, Aaron Judge is 1 for 15 against him. 0.077. It's almost like the stars aligned here. He's in a little bit of a slump. Now he's going up against a pitcher that he does not have a great track record with. I think this is exactly how he's going to break his slump. He's going to probably hit a home run in his first at-bat against Rasmussen. So we're taking Aaron Judge here for 1 hit, run, and RBI. Next, we're going with Ben Rice for over 1 hit, run, and RBI as well. And honestly, I would take all these guys over 1.5, but it's not listed yet. So we're just going to rock out with the 1. He's averaging 1.8. He's done it in 8 of his last 10. He has been playing like he's the best player on the entire Yankees team. And I think he's going to continue to do so. I do think the Yankees win on Saturday. They lost on Friday, just like I called it, with Garrett Cole in his first appearance, who pitched phenomenally. Now they get Drew Rasmussen, an awesome pitcher. And I'm not going to lie, he's probably better than Weathers. Weathers, though, has been playing very, very good baseball this year. His record does not reflect how good he has been pitching. He is 2-2 with a 3.58 ERA. I think the Yankees are going to come and just clear it out for me on Saturday. Rice, 0-8, batting a 0 against Rasmussen. And another reason I love him, I don't think he goes 0 for 11 against him. As you can see, he does very well against those righties, a 2.98 average. And against those lefties, 4.18 ERA. Rasmussen gets shelled against those lefties, and the Yankees have a ton of them. 2.59 batting average allowed, 1.6 home runs per 9. Now, the weather is going to be a little bit sloppy in New York. I'm praying it doesn't rain, but if it does, it doesn't matter to me. Right field fence is so low that I think there's still going to be runs to be scored. And I do like, even if the ball stays in the park, some of these guys to rip off some doubles and play some small ball against Tampa Bay. So we're going with Rice here over 1 hit, run, and RBI. And these are some of the plays we're locking in for Saturday. I'll have more free plays for you guys as well, so get on over to Winnable. But we're taking Aaron Judge and Cody Bellinger to get over 1.5 total bases. I think Judge is going to hit a home run. He's my favorite player on Saturday to do so. And Bellinger seems like he just eats up doubles. So we're taking them both there for over 1.5. And then we got Paul Skeens for a nice 6.5 strikeouts on that one. That one's a little bit of a long shot. If you guys don't like it, don't lock it in. But I love this one. Paul Skeens over 6.5. Wait, though, because they will allow you to knock it down to that 5.5, which I love even more. But like I said, I think he gets up to 10 here in this spot. but the alternate lines haven't released yet. And then Zach Wheeler over 5.5. That is probably the freest line on this whole entire slate. Then we got Bryce Terang and Jake Bauers demon play to go ahead and get over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs against Sasaki on the mound for the Dodgers, who is horrendous. And then this one is one of my favorites as well. We got Zach Wheeler again, and then Bobby Witt and Miguel Garcia over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. A little revenge for them in this one against the Mariners on Saturday. You can lock all of these in, or any player props you want to lock in over on Sleeper. $20, no deposit, $100 deposit match, free square, and that free 30 days of premium. And this is what we're locking in on Kalshi. This is the free play. We're taking the Yankees. I called the game, like I said, to a T on Friday. Garrett Cole not giving up much runs. It was 1-0. Figured it would be about that. 1-0, 0-0, something along those lines. I knew it would be super low scoring until about the 6th inning. And then the gates opened. More runs were scored, and the Tampa Bay Rays won the game. On Saturday, I think it's going to be a little bit of the opposite. I think the Yankees are going to jump out in front. Rasmussen's going to cool them down. He's going to get his composure, settle them down. It's going to be about 2-3-0 in that one. The Rays are going to score in about the 6th inning when Weathers is starting to get weathered on the mound. He's going to give up some big hits, a big inning. It's probably going to be a tie ball game to later half, and then the Yankees will win it in the later innings. So we're going with the New York Yankees here for the free play. $50 to win $86. And you got to ask yourselves, why are they favorited if Drew Rasmussen is the better pitcher? The books are trying to catch you. I'll see you in the next free play video for Sunday.